What's up, everybody? Ricardo Burton here from Better Homes and Garden, Palmetto, and we have
Derek Goulette with Fairway Independent Mortgage.
And today we're going to be talking about price reduction versus seller concession. What is your thought from the lender side?
And that's such a good question. So I love to explain it in terms that make sense to people. So when you take a price reduction, that immediately reduces your monthly payment. So for each $10,000 in purchase price, it's roughly $65 to $70 a month. Whereas closing costs, the average buyer in today's market is financing between 90 and 95% of their purchase price. So if you look at a $65 trade a month versus $10,000 in cash, it takes a long time to put that money back in the bank. We can typically also, because again, not in all cases are closing costs that high, we can then use that additional money to either temporarily or permanently buy the interest rate down and actually probably end up with a payment that's pretty similar and allow the buyer to keep their own closing cost money in their own pocket so they don't have to part with it.
That's some good stuff right there. So basically using the seller's money versus using your money as a buyer.
Correct. What are you seeing on your side?
From our side, it's more take concessions because, like I said before, you're using the seller's money versus your money.
Yep.
And depending on what type of market you're in, whether you're in a seller's market or a buyer's market, we're definitely competing up against new construction. So it's definitely going to be better to use the concessions point in order to use having new construction in your area to bring down. So from the buyer side, it's definitely better to use the concession side than a reduced price because you're competing up against new construction that's doing interest rate buy downs. You're doing closing costs, heavily discounted to get the inventory off the market. And that's definitely much better to do the concession side.
A great perspective, and glad we're kind of on the same page there.
Exactly.
Reach out with questions.
Talk to you soon.